Hey guys, I hope y'all are doing good. So, in today's video, I'm gonna answer one of the most asked questions to me. A lot of architecture students or architects also message me and ask me what are the possible career options for architects. I am in architecture and I'm bored of it. I want to switch. I want to get into more creative work, possibly into a different field. So this video is about that and what are the possible fields that I know that people have switched from architecture and they are doing good. So I am sharing all this information based on what my friends have done, what my seniors have done. So based on that, I have made a list of job categories that architects can go into and probably even be successful in these fields. So try watching this video till the end. This video will hold a lot of information that you guys need. And before starting this video, I would also like to request you that please go ahead and hit a like and subscribe to this channel. I am trying to grow this channel, and only thing that keeps me making these videos is you guys who are subscribing to this channel, supporting these videos and liking these videos. So thank you for all the support if you have already subscribed, and if you haven't, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel. And without any delays, let's get started with the video, guys. So guys, I have characterized the entire field or the career opportunities into three main categories, and these will have subcategories and job categories in them. So the first one is the traditional pathways that every architect or architecture student takes. Next one is your design and creative field, but other than architecture. Third one is the tech-based field, which very few architects go for. Like, I think so only 5% of architects take this category. So I will be describing each job that is available in each of these categories. So let's get started with the first one, that is your traditional pathways. So the first pathway is after completing your architecture degree. If you are in India or any other country, you go and get yourself registered in the architecture body. For example, if you are in India, you go and get yourself registered in COA, that is Council of Architecture of India. So that is the first option that you have. Next is going for fields like urban designing, urban planning. Okay, so urban designing and urban planning is also a great field, but the requirement for most of the urban design and planning role, you need to have a master's. So if you have done your master's in urban design or urban planning, I have made a separate video what is the difference between both of these. If you have done your master's, you will get entry into these categories of job, and they pay well as well. And also a lot of government agencies also hire urban designers and planners for their job profiles or job roles. Next field is landscaping. So landscaping is also a very traditional architecture field where you also need a master's or probably experience into a landscape design firm. Next is interior designing. So unfortunately, a lot of architects in India right now are interior designers because they all are doing interior designing job. That's the bread and butter of all the majority of architects. So this is one of the other fields that you can go for, and you of course don't need any kind of masters for this. But again, the competition is tough in this field as well. The last but not the least is the project management and construction management areas. A lot of architects go for this, but also I would like to say that this is not the most creative job. You are into management, you are into site management and all of these things. So don't think that you will be doing a very creative job. And also you need, in a lot of cases, you need project management or construction project management masters or some kind of course or degree. So keep this in mind. Now going to the design and creative fields category, and this is totally different from architecture and construction. So the first career option that you will get is product design or furniture design. This is one of the creative fields that a lot of architects tend to go. So what you can do after your completion of architecture is get into a course of product design or furniture design, or get a master's into product design. A lot of universities accept architects into their courses for masters, and a lot of architects go abroad and do masters in product design. And also, if you have done your masters and if you get into a good company, your salaries can be a really good amount. Because I know personally few product designers who were architects and they are earning good money because they did their masters abroad and they are now in one of the best companies that is into product designing. So perspective is good if you want or if you are inclined towards designing products. Products basically you will be designing from anything from pen to a phone to any product that you use in your daily life. Even shampoo bottle are included in that. So think about it. Next category that a lot of architects don't know about is set designing. So we usually see all these ads on TV screens, on YouTube and all of these things. And majority of these ads, the houses where these are shot and the scenes that we show are designed by set designers. A lot of sets in theaters, a lot of set in movies, you might have seen sets of Interstellar. So all of these are designed by set designers. And who are these set designers? They are people with background in architecture. I'm not just kidding, guys. Just go and search. A lot of set designers around the world are architects or they have done bachelors of architecture. So the creativity comes from there. And how to get into this field, I spoke to one of my friend who is a product designer and a set designer. So she told me one thing, that if you want to get into these specific field, what you have to do first is get into touch with a creative director and ask that can you assist him or her onto that project. Show them your portfolio, show them your capability of making 3D or visualizing any set onto 3D and making 3D walkthroughs and things like that before construction, and also show that you know how to build a project. So if you have these few skills, the chances of you being hired by a creative director increases. So for few years, if you do these kind of work, you will get paid also very well, plus you will gain experience and you can form your own team. So there are a lot of opportunities because commercialization of everything is the new world. So you will get a lot of work and the pay in this field is also very good. The turnaround time of each project is very quick. So it's not like traditional architecture where you or your project goes on for 6-7 months or a year or 2-3 years and then you get paid. But here it doesn't go like that. You do one project 2-3 months maximum and get done with it. Your pay is cleared and everything is cleared. So turnaround time also matters in these kind of field, and you get money by having a short turnaround time. So that is one of the best options that you can have. Now coming to the next option, that is exhibition designers. So what are exhibition designers? You might have seen the showcase or the exhibitions like ACE that happens in Mumbai. It is a very big exhibition and there are similar exhibitions happening all around the world and all around India as well. So what happens when you go into these kind of exhibition centers? You see stalls. You see stalls of manufacturer. So there are cement manufacturer, there are architecture product manufacturers. They need to have their stalls designed and they want it to be unique so that people can come to their stall. They can see that, oh wow, their design is so good, it is so well functioning, and it is meant to attract more and more customers to sell their products. So having a great stall is one of the most important criteria a manufacturer has, and that's why they hire a lot of architects and interior designers to design their sets. Of course, this field is also very saturated, guys, because it is not restricted to just architecture or architects. Everyone from interior designers to 3D visualizers to anyone who has a little sense of design is into this field. This is what I have learned since I have started my career from 2016-15. So I know that this field is saturated, but also if you get a project, the turnaround time is quick. You don't have to do too much of headache because what manufacturer wants is a good design, and that good design should be executed in one way or the other. So that's the good part, but of course competition is there. Now the other field that you can go into is retail design, but of course it's not out of the box. It's not related to architecture or construction, but this is something that you can look up to if you are into designing, and if you are into retail spaces, if you like designing malls, if your final year topic was a mall design or retail design, something like that, then you can go for this specific thing. Because in my career I have also worked for Westside and Zudio, so I know that this field gives you a good money. There is a good perspective to grow in this field, but of course you won't be doing architecture, but you will be doing interior designing, but retail based. You'll be designing stores in malls. You might be designing stores that are independent, standalone stores like Westside, how Westside has. So similar to this, you can go for this. You don't need any additional degrees or anything. It's just that you need a little bit of portfolio that supports that, okay, you know, or you can get into retail design. So this is one thing that also interests a lot of people. Now let's talk about the final category, that is the tech-based category, and I have kept myself as an architect into this category. That is the tech-based category. What are tech-based category? These are related to architecture and construction, but you will be doing a lot of technical stuff, lot of software controlling, lot of software management things. So first is the BIM role. So all the BIM roles around the world are focused on software and delivering a project using the best available software out there. So you need to have a great amount of knowledge into softwares or any kind of software that your country uses or the firms in your countries are using. So BIM is one of the categories, and you will be doing a lot of software management and data management tasks if you are choosing. I am doing that, so I know this field very well, and how this field pay is also pretty good. How you can get into these field is, first you can do some courses. There are masters courses also. There are masters of BIM plus construction project management and things like that. So you can look for some courses or some institute that offers you some BIM training and things like that, and you can get into BIM role. But also remember that you won't be getting into any design or creative job. You are getting into a tech based job. So think about it before moving to this part. Next role is getting into computational design. So a lot of architects don't choose this because you need to be very, very good with softwares, and you need to love the softwares. You need to love the process of doing design or doing computational design. Of course, there is not a very huge market demand for computational designers because very few countries and very few firms are doing these level of project where they need highly specialized computational designers. But of course, the companies that are hiring computational designers are very big companies, and they also pay well if you are trained well. So think about it. You might need to learn softwares like Revit and Dynamo. You might have to learn softwares like Rhino and Grasshopper. So these are the primary softwares that are majorly used to design parametric structure and do computational design using computational softwares and computational power of a software. So this is a good field, but of course, tough one. Next is the toughest thing that you can do in architecture, that is become a software developer. So a lot of people like who are into tech, who are into coding, have switched their careers into architecture software development. You might see nowadays a lot of AI softwares are coming. Nowadays, a lot of plugins are coming. I make a lot of videos about Revit plugins and plugins based on AutoCAD and stuff like that. So these are people who learned software development. They make custom software for companies. They make custom softwares for clients. They make custom plugins for everyone to use. And these are things that are not cheap. Companies pay millions to people who developed custom software for them. And a lot of companies do need this. A lot of companies are acquiring architects who are software developers to develop AI based tool for their companies nowadays. So world is moving very fast in this way, but of course you need to learn software development, you need to learn coding, you need to have at least base or mid-level knowledge about softwares, how to develop them and how to code them. And then you can start developing your own plugins. You can be even hired by big architecture companies who need to develop software based on their use. Because you are an architect, your likelihood of getting hired will increase significantly if you are getting into this field. Of course, it will take again 2 to 3 years of courses and work and things like that to become well and good in developing software. I tried to write codes, I tried to develop few softwares, and I failed at it miserably. I tried to use ChatGPT and stuff like that, but again, you need to have good amount of knowledge how coding works. So yeah, I tried, but I couldn't do it. So if you are interested in these kind of things, go for it. You might be a millionaire if you make something very useful for architecture industry. So guys, this was all in my list that I created. And if you have any kinds of doubts or queries, or if you think that there are other careers, please mention it in the comment section. I would also like to know what are the other careers that an architect can go, or what are the next videos, topics, or what should I cover in my next video. So go ahead, mention those things in the comment section. And before going, please do not forget to hit a like and subscribe to my channel. Your support is the only thing that keeps me going. So support this channel and take care of yourself. I'll see you soon, guys. Bye.